Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Tyler Reddick for the win. Everybody else wrecks.
You knew it was coming. McDowell was trying to block.
Turn number 4.
Well, Brad described it pretty well. You know, Michael went up to block. He knew that this was his opportunity. Just a huge move right here. And just came across the nose of Brad's car right there. Tyler Reddick never lifted.
Watch the 7 here. Well, I have to get to a different angle, but man, he was into the wall and
he was up on his side.
Yeah, for a long ways.
LaJoie ends up 19th as a result of that. Joey Logano kept driving it across the line, and that's how he ended up unofficially 14th.
Well, I promise you, he had his eye on that start-finish line. If you can keep your car straight, you're not going to let off until it's sideways and uncontrollable.
There you can see. Watch the 7 car get up on its side.
Oh, it's upside down.
Upside down.
Underneath Josh Berry.
And it's still sliding on its side all the way down the wall.
Yeah, he's going to finish the race.
Look at that. That is wild. I thought I saw that.
LaJoie, 19th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, it's going to go over.
Second, here's the rugby sprung from third on back as the leaders hit the back straightaway for the final time.
And that was big for Creed to get to second. He is plenty good on fuel. Meanwhile, Herbst gets turned in front of the back half of the top 10. Another car slams into the wall. They are wrecking hard on the back straightaway as everybody piles in. Caution flag is out.
And this is great for Connor Zilisch because caution comes out. He's got to reduce his speed to a cautious pace, but he does have to get all the way back around. Even if he ran out of fuel right now, that doesn't guarantee a win.
He does have to get all the way back around.
And this was the reason for the caution on that backstretch. So much speed.
Yeah, see, with a big hit right there. That was a big impact. Oh, there it is. Wow.
To it. Sanchez will try to work both. Oh, trouble. And there's a crash. Caution is out. The race is over. Trucks up in the air. Nick Sanchez leading when the caution flag came out. Was that?
Good job, boys.
He is going to bring it back around.
And then and cross that timing line. Let's see what happens here. Raja gets into Jack Wood, turns him around. Watch the 17. Just contact from Daniel Dye, turns him over.
Bailey Curry in the middle of that mess. Matt Crafton sliding along. He keeps his truck pointed in the right direction. Look at Matt storm out of there.
Let's ride with Daniel Dye.
Our Fox In Race reporter.
And cameraman.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable impact.
Daniel had no idea there was going to be a truck right in front of him when he...
Second on the grid, and Stingray Rob is upside down. Massive crash at the end of this race. Rossi, Ed Carpenter, and Kyle Kirkwood. Heading into the back straight, all sorts of chaos. Thank goodness for the aero screen.
I think so.
But I think Kyle Kirkwood's pinned in there. The left rear of Ed Carpenter is in a very awkward position on the air hose for Kyle Kirkwood. He's moving in the cockpit.
but he needs to chill here and wait for the safety team to help.
From where he's sitting, I don't think he can see that tire is right above his head. He can't look up. AMR safety team quickly on the scene. It's so hot. As soon as you stop moving, it is so hot in those cars when there's no air. Kyle just desperate to get out.
What happened? This is our first look at it. Wow.
Did Rossi run out of gas?
Oh
my gosh.
Air time.
Wow.
For Stingray Rob. Yeah, something clearly wrong with the 7 of Alex Rossi. Slow off of 2.
Then these are just cars that were reacting because Rossi would have been spinning across the track. And I'm sure Kyle Kirkwood and Ed Carpenter. Here's another angle.
I mean, yeah, Edge is losing it on his own. Same with Kyle Kirkwood, just getting on the brakes. When you see an IndyCar in the air upright like that, you tend to react in ways that might not be normal.
Involving the Hasses and Sergio Perez. You get the feeling Perez got tagged there by the Hasser Kevin Magnussen, because he basically was turning right angles towards the barrier, going up Beau Rivage.
Racing on the streets of Baku. Richard Verschoor's got the launch. He needed massive crash in the background. Massive accident in the background involving one of the Campos cars that has been flicked over. We'll need a red flag. We need a red flag immediately. We've got a car upside down on the pit straight. Race control need to get involved with this. Neutralise the race. Unfair for the drivers to still be racing on right now. The yellow car that won't get off the line on the left-hand side.
Yes, it's the yellow car of mine. He doesn't get off the line, and it's moment-by-moment reactions. Goethe making contact first, and then Marty just with absolutely nowhere to go as the car of mine, he slews across the road after the initial contact. It's worst-case scenario, and it's always the drivers towards the rear of the field, but that's a horrible impact, and it is a rollover, isn't it, for Marty, who looked shaken on the pit wall, and I can understand why.
Thankfully, that car landing the right way up and not being pitched into the...
High tech, he's now in the points running. Oh, a spinner. One of the AIX cars has gone round and tagged Alex Dunn and tagged one of the Campos cars as well. That's Sebastian Mon.
Colliding with Stuka there. That I think initially that initiates it.
So both the drivers that are out of the race, blameless. Montoya just caught out, and Stuka just running the AIX car out of...
And a huge accident. Is that Alpine shoot? No, that's
it's the Caddy.
Bamba.
It's the Caddy in the 31 BMW.
Sean Gallel just took that position, and halfway up the Kemmel Straight, a massive collision. Was that Bamba trying to go round the BMW and getting 2 wheels on the grass? Safety car is out. Instant safety car, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of the race. Alex Lynn suited up. That might even have been an in-lap. He's got gloves on and everything. He was ready to get in, and now he's not getting ready to get in. End of the race for the Cadillac. End of the race as well for the LMG G3 points leaders. Flag. Trying to go around the Porsche, and the dramatic moment there as Bamba's car gets air underneath it and nearly flies.
Yeah, he was a bit too hasty in pulling out. He's overtaken the BMW and then tried to go through the gap in between the 2 cars. We're going to see it here on board. Yeah, these cars are so long, and he's underestimated the length of the overhang of the rear of the car, and I've seen this happen quite a few times on that straight, actually.
That was a horrible impact. That was, difficult to see that's anything other than a mistake from El Bamba.
It was driver error. He's gone for a gap in desperation to get past and then red flag the race.
Oh no, contact!
That's Gunther in the wall there on the exit turn 5.
Oh my God, rolled over.
So they're not to do anything silly.
Big crash there for one of the, I think it was one of the Porsches. I really hope it's okay. I think I saw a car upside down. I did.
Let's have a look, guys, at the accident that took place. Oh, my goodness.
Oh. It was a huge impact.
Huge trouble here for Hill, and the SP Tool Cars has been absolutely totaled. Red flag, qualifying 23. And another car, Reynolds is going to buy into this, and there's junk on the road, and that's another destroy. That was a new car at the Gold Coast. So Hill and Reynolds, catastrophe in Adelaide.
And half his car's destroyed as well.
So there's oil on the road for sure. You can see the distressed look on all of the technicians' faces there in the Matt Stone Racing garage, but have a look at that, at 2 destroyed Camaros. Didn't understand what that was. Oh, insane, but a lot more of it. So Cam Hill got the inside curb with a lot more vigor, which fired it straight across the road. Now, I wonder what's happened. You can see the oil. There's a heap of oil coming out of that car. There's a trail that you can see there. But I wonder what happened with David, because he must have gone in the fence by himself prior to that.
Yeah, there may be some junk on the road, as you were suggesting. In that. Here we go. This will tell a bit of a story.
He got the inside wall for 3 cars.
Highly experienced drivers all clobbering the curb at the apex there at turn 8, and then just pitches them into that outside wall. So that's a startled David Reynolds. That onboard image is so
over the bumps here. Oh, there's a touch on the leader. He's off. He's off. That's a huge one. And Durrani's over. This is full course yellow. The car's upside down. Clipped a GT car as he was going through. And the strive for 5 is over for Pipo Durrani. And the car's held up extremely well on top of the tyres on the far side of the circuit. Full course yellow immediately. A lot of scraping and wear on the bottom of that car where it's been over the bumps. There's absolutely nothing people can do to get out of that car.
Sorry.
It's
moments
gone.
after I said.
And it was the number 21 that he hit the Ferrari left front of that car, damaged. Just a little clip as they went side by side as people was putting a lap, the energy. But that's a big off at a fast part of the circuit and almost rolled back onto its wheels actually. Side by side contact. It was left front to right rear. Both tyres immediately disintegrating. The camber on the wheels, that means the bit where the bottom of the wheel and tyre sticks out more than the top. When you run them together like that, you get, it's almost like an open wheel car, and that's exactly what happened. People was on the brake straight away, but there was no stopping that Cadillac as it bounced up onto the tyre bundles, which did their job, dissipated. It's about to elapse, the white flag is out, the final lap of the Mazda MX-5 Cup for 2024. The Whelen Mazda Trophy is still yet to be decided, and a huge moment for Neudorf. He's on the grass on the left, he's on the grass on the right, he's through the pit lane and hard into the barriers. And that is a big, big incident. Almost had it back. The leaders have gone through, and we go full course yellow. And the season will end under a full course yellow because of the severity of that impact. They want to roll the safety vehicles to Jonathan, who is moving in the cockpit. That's the good news. Under yellow, Jonathan Neudorf in the light blue and black car just went wide from the final corner in front of Western Workman. I thought he caught it on the grass, but the momentum took him across the track to the left-hand side and at almost unabated speed. Just dropped his left-hand side Michelin. Now, did he get a little touch when he came back on from Weston there? Thought he was going to ride it out. The yellow flag was out before he hit the barriers. Now, is there a little nudge as he comes back on? Oh, I think there is from Workman. And the hands, you can see the white gloves moving left and right. The yellow flag is out now, and he hasn't even hit the barriers. That's brilliant flag marshalling. That's a big hit. But the crumple zones and the safety equipment have done their jobs. Now, race control, I think, will be looking at that. Serpentine run to turn number 9 has everyone following through. What a great sight and sound share, Adam, with these 4-litre flat sixes.
And Canada leads the way. Zach Vanier with the best start as Matt Halcomb goes over. Now, he did land on his wheels again, but that is our Masters class champion, the championship leader, who's now sitting by the side of the track. Who was involved with him? That's the number 70. That's one of our newcomers, John, who was also involved in that incident. Glad to see Halcomb with his door open as Johnson manages to drive away, but Halcomb signaling to the emergency services that he is okay. We should be going to a full course caution.
Yeah. And as they came through, I was just congratulating the guys. So it was so it was a sideways. All right, it didn't go all the way over. He went onto his driver's door and then back. So that was the number 70 red and white machine that went sideways. May have had a little help. That's the Johnson cars. The Rainmaker machine. Apologies that you're not hearing any of the car noise at the moment. That's beyond our control. And we'll speak to F1 TV about that and see if we can get that sorted. Beautiful bit of avoidance from right at the back of the field where we had... I think that was that the 74 car going through there?
Yes.
Which was the Conley car. Yes, it was.
Scrapping it out. Or are they? Is this just a little bit of team tactics at the moment? It's that blue and white car playing a bit of a backstop to the Hobbs-coloured machine. Oh, huge off and over for the 82. This is the McCumbee-McAleer racing car. And this is going to be a safety car at the very least. Driver is moving around. That's Nate Cicero in that car. But an unabated spear off the circuit through turn 5 at the carousel and almost over the edge of the circuit, but came back down. That's a huge incident, but the driver compartment has stood up very well. Nate can't get out because the door is stuck on the tyres. Down to turn number 7. Oh, he's lost it massively early, and that may have been a stuck throttle of some description. Something went on there. He was gaining speed when he should have been.